Say something, I'm giving up on you. All right. We're all alive. Alive and well. Let's see what we got. Going live here. All right, here we go. Let's get this action going in here. 4.79. Oh. Copy. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Boom. Futures account. Wanted to go short so damn bad, but didn't end up doing it. I was setting this up. So I was looking at an SPX put here as well. Not much is paying. Hasn't been much action. I mean, let's just take a look at this. This is the other account that I'm trading. I'm looking at, wait 1 second, where are we at? The SPY. Here's the SPY. Are you ready for this? This is horrible. This is one of the worst things I think I've seen in a very long time. So let's look at the SPY daily chart. If you want to know why the whole market is very, very dry, well, lo and behold, whatever the hell this movement is. I don't think I've ever seen this in my life. And to me, I didn't think that the movements could get worse. They're getting worse every single day. So as a trader, it's been very, very tough to get some of this action. But I am looking at these 415 puts right now, 4115 SPX puts. So you really have to scalp. You really have to be in and out of things in order to make any money, it seems like. So I don't know. I personally don't see a lot of opportunities lately. So if you're making a lot of money right now, then kudos to you. I have been kind of stepping away from the market a little bit lately just because of how ridiculous this movement has been. But every now and then there is some opportunities. And honestly, we could probably get a nice little bounce play here. I'm looking at the support line right here. We could get a nice bounce play at 411. And if it goes through 411, we're probably going to go test this low of the day mark. So there's a little bit of volume coming in here too. A little bit of extra volume coming in here down here. I know that that's probably the sellers coming in, but kind of liking this level 2 data on how much action is holding up this 411. So we're going to have to wait and see. Some couple big sellers right here that just came through. So if we want to go in on the call side of the 4120s, they could probably pay pretty well. If you're against the call side here and you want to go with the momentum to the downside, I totally understand that. I think I'm kind of looking more towards this this bounce level than anything. It did just play out $70, so there's that bounce. I don't really want to chase it all the way up here at 380 because that's a little bit. I'm gonna let it fade off a little bit. Let me see if I can get this down to like 340 again, and I might try to take one opportunity. Oh, I did not mean to try to buy that at 3.7. Okay, good thing it canceled. But here's that bounce play. It already just ran $100, so might stay away from this bounce play. But these are the 4120s. It looks like it's still got a good action. We could probably play the futures zone on this too. I'm gonna look at futures here. It looks like it's trying to bottom out a little bit. I'm gonna try to get one buy limit. I traded futures earlier today, and I lost like $170 on the trade, but haven't really taken a full-on position yet. Here's my limit order at this 4130 play. Let's see if it starts to die down here a little bit. It just filled me, almost filled me. It's kind of right at my point right here. It does seem weak though. On now that this kind of came down a little bit, we're gonna have to see if it goes below this 411.17. Let's see.
Order filled.
This got filled. Okay, so I did get filled If it starts to break down a little bit, I'll keep my stop loss pretty small on this. So the futures trading opportunities are pretty crazy. So where are you guys at? You're over here. Um, Futures trading opportunities are a little bit more wild. I just bought one and it's up $25 right now, but you'll be able to see how much this moves. So $12 just off of one position can move pretty nicely. So every dollar is 50 bucks. So just keep that in mind. And these are $4,131. So you can tell how it can add up real fast. But you got to keep your stop losses real tight because these big stops down here, those are the big issues. So if I got 41375 here, I could set my stop loss at 41.31 here, and I would only lose $75 on the trade. So, but it's look at how easy it is to get out of these things. If I can see a little bit of a jump up, I'll take the $12 or $25 profit if it lets me out. But I want to show you how much liquidity is in the futures market if this can start to bounce a little bit. It's starting to be a little weak and annoying right now, so I'm just going to hold off on this. I'm going to drag this over to my other screen real quick. Then I'll bring over some options plays here in a little bit. Just want to show you the futures, how easy, accessible it is. So I'm at 1250 right now, so I could literally click out. Oh, it just kind of missed me. That was a join the ask. So it's right at break even. If I sell the market right when it shows me 25, obviously it's going to fill me a little bit less, but you can get out of these very, very quickly. So if I wanted to stop out flat right now, I could do it. I don't really want to stop out flat, but this market is looking pretty weak. So I would like to take like a $12. Like I could literally get right out here. Boom.
Order filled.
And I sell for $12. So not a lot of money, obviously, but when it's about to turn around and you have those all day long holds, you could literally just stay in those and ride them all day. There's no theta decay, there's no nothing, and you get funded. So now it's starting to go my way, which is pretty annoying, but decent opportunities in the market all around. So I'm going to end up going back to the SPX over here, but I just want to keep sprinkling in futures to you guys. I'm still learning them a little bit, so you obviously don't see me taking heavier trades, but there's about $75,000 in that account, and I'm really looking to try to take that to above 100 grand once I see a good day. The SPY is obviously just flat, but one of those days that it's an all day $10 day, I'm going to be caking. Every $10 move is 500, so if you have 3 of those, 1,500 bucks should be pretty easy. That's about $1 move on the SPY, $2 move on the SPY. So very, very easy. Obviously, got to keep your risk management, your stop losses, and your entries good, so you don't want to blow yourself up. But very good opportunity in the futures market. So let's see where this got down to. 340, right exactly where I wanted it to be. 370. Seems to be pretty weak, honestly, when I look at this. So let's analyze the SPY real quick. I do want to say I did take Meta earlier today. Very lightly, and it didn't hit my mark. I'm waiting for Meta to hit that 240 range. It's just been chopping all day, hasn't done anything, which makes me think that it's forming a base for a large move. I don't know if that's going to happen tomorrow or if it's going to start headed towards the downside, but I am just being very, very cautious of that. Microsoft hit a new high. Tesla's still pretty weak. NVIDIA went nuclear today. I'm waiting for 300 to break out on NVIDIA. This thing has just been nonstop going since it was like $109, I believe it was. Yeah. So, wow, that is actually unbelievable. So I'm waiting for Meta to do the exact same thing. Amazon had a really good day recently too. They just broke their high, and so did Google. Google has had a literally nuclear few days. So, I mean, we had this run from 108 to 120. I should probably short this at some point because this is way, 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 way too overbought. And, oh man, don't tell me that the futures market just ran. It did too. Those little dirty bastards. We shorted it right here. I made $12, and I could have ended up making from right here where I bought it at 32 to 35. This $3 would have been $150 per E-mini, and there's no decay. So there's a lot of opportunity in the futures market, especially when you start to see the bottom of that Bollinger Band rip the other way. And if you have 2, 3 of those, money really starts to add up, and you don't need a large move. So that's really what I'm paying attention to a lot lately, and I really wanted this SPX call, and it just ran like crazy. So just went $150 a pop. I just missed that move. Pretty unfortunate, but I still think it's going to go. So let's give it a little second here. That's a nice little hammer candle. This is a breakout candle. Man, now they're at 500. I can't take that. But that would have been a hell of a trade. Would have been a hell of a trade. Now they're above this 41.20 pretty nicely. They just ran from 418. So $4 move, running about $160 a contract. I can't be upset about that. That's a great opportunity that I just missed out on, but hopefully somebody caught that little bottom bounce. Trying to stay as educational as possible on the live streams here, rather than try to make as much money as possible. So I'm just trying to call out all the opportunities I see. See Kush this morning, he made like 350K. Kush, what an animal. I don't think that was on the futures market though. That's got to be options. What up? What up, TiVo? Let's see what we got going on here. I feel like YOLO pour into calls. Simon, what's up, man? Just kind of trying to show everybody that the futures market is unreal right now. Been loving the E-mini futures. This account has about 75 grand in it, so could push this pretty crazy. I've been loving these. No theta decay. Not a lot of risk, really. Honestly, if you can get in and you have some risk management principles, you can make a good amount of cash on these. Just been testing them out, but I see so much opportunity in this, and I'm going to spend a lot more time on futures here in the future. But here was a great trade on the SPX. That would have been about $200 a contract, $150 a contract. Could have been a quick little $1,500, but here we go. This is pushing out now. The market has been just completely chopping like crazy. So it might be another day of me not really able to take too much because I just missed that entry point. Everybody knows that I love taking the Bollinger Bands. Obviously, this hammer candle is a beautiful sight, but I can't take it now. There's just no way. I'd be missing out on a lot of money, honestly. I'd probably get stopped out pretty quickly on a little red candle here, which could happen in no time. So I'm going to stay away from this. I hate trading this range. It's usually just the bottom pieces or the top pieces for me. But I will say, NVIDIA looks beautiful to this 300. They kind of had a breakout day today, so I don't know how well this is going to hold up. I was looking at this earlier. Didn't really like it. I kind of like this turnaround here, but then that big-ass red candle, same thing that happened here. I don't really think that there's a good opportunity to take this at least today. I feel like right at open tomorrow, those $300 calls for the Friday expiration are going to be stupid cheap, and they're going to be able to pay a high percentage. So I might end up doing a really big trade on the $300 calls tomorrow if we can see that momentum. But there's two stocks that I'm watching, and I think that everybody knows them by now. And it is NVIDIA, that $300 break, and now it's this Meta play. So they're at 239 right now, still kind of ass. But I want to see this 245 break towards that 250, and I think that could happen in no time off of this 242 break or 240.20 break. So as soon as we get above that, I'm probably going to house the 240 calls or 242.50s or 245s. Not exactly sure which ones, but I am going to use the Friday expiration just for a day trade, and then any profit I make with my stop loss, I'm going to roll it forward into next week, so potentially swing it because I feel like this could be at 250 no problem, and the market doesn't move, so I'm not really too worried about a large gap down, especially with no news pending. So Meta, biggest watch still. NVIDIA, still a really great trade. I missed a lot of this today. Had a lot of technical issues, but if you caught any of this today, it just went straight up. This thing was just a monster all day. But I missed that out. I missed out on that, and Google was also a beast. I haven't seen a Google trade like this in a very long time, but it's looking good. It's a lot of these stocks are starting to finally recover from their massive drop-offs, 155 to 85. 50% discounts all across the board in some of these large stocks. So if people are still waiting for this big crash to happen, you're just passing up some of the biggest discounts in these large stocks that you're going to see probably ever again. So you're not going to see the FANG stocks unless we go to war 50% down. So I would capitalize on that. I know everybody saw me with a large share position in Coin. I just sold this 2 days ago. Great sell. Or I sold this yesterday, so great sell yesterday at the 63 mark or 61 mark. I think I sold it around a little bit actually at 60, but I had covered calls on it as well, so I ended up collecting the premium. And now I wait. I might look for another re-entry around that 50 mark, 55 mark again, but as of right now, crypto looks a little tired, so I'm going to wait on that. And I think that my big pickup for shares is probably a couple hundred shares of Tesla here pretty soon. Once I see it pull back to around this 158-ish area, and then I'll probably hold to about 180, 190, collect some premiums on the way up, and then collect a couple grand. So that's the goal. As of right now, I don't see too much of an opportunity for a day trade. Still scanning. I think that we might have missed that afternoon trade right here, which was this level. I don't really want to take puts at this VWAP line. I hate trading the middle line, and the 15-minute chart looks really bullish. So can go to larger time frames here. 30-minute. I mean, this is just terrible. This is just back and forth. You're not going to make any money trading unless you're scalping. I guess swing trading sometimes, but even that's too risky in my opinion. Just because you have no control, and if it's just going sideways, you're going to lose out on theta. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Chop up, chop down, chop up, chop down. And it's been in this range for how long? Since April 3rd, so a month and a half. It's kind of disgusting, honestly, but I'm going to switch these calls to the 41.25s now that we're near it. But also, I'm kind of liking the put side just a little bit. They're 210, losing a ton of value. It's crazy that they're losing this much value and it's only $3 away. These were worth $530. 10 of these take $2,000 to about, I could probably make 100% on this if it rejects this VWAP line. Little ass volume over here, 1447. So we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to see where this closes. I'm probably going to wait until it tests this line. It's only about 7 cents above it. But these contracts could do pretty well. I mean, that was only a 20 cent move, so not sure how I feel about this. Until I see like a big ass red candle close, seems like every time that there's a red candle, the buyers buy it back up. So we are bullish. I might just have to go with the momentum at this point. Calls of the 41.25s are 240, so not a bad price. We're just gonna need some big movement back up to this. It's only gonna move 30 cents, so every time I play the SPX, it's almost a waste of time unless I scalp it. So I don't know. I just feel like there's not a ton of opportunities. Futures market would have been a nice play. So I feel like the market is dead out here, guys. I feel like I'll probably be on here for another 12 minutes, and if I don't see anything, I feel like Power Hour is probably not going to give us any action either. Let's see how much volume there is. 37 million again. You guys realize that's a third of the volume that we usually have, and that has been consistent for the last month. It's brutal out here. If you're surviving now, you're a warrior. I'm slowly fading out. I can't watch this garbage anymore. I need the volatility back. Airbnb is getting crushed, huh? What's going on with them? Weren't they just at like 120? Damn, 130. Jesus, that's actually brutal. That is brutal. Wow, this thing is on its way down again too. I bet you we see 100, maybe sub 100. I might have to scoop some shares of this bad boy from 130 to 104. Could be a good. How are the premiums look on Airbnb? Premiums to collect on this thing. Oh, they're terrible. $100. I wonder. $200 for next week's not worth my time. For $10,000? Hell no. Absolutely not. All right, so SPY right at this VWAP level. Let's see what we got. It looks like it's just going to slowly trek its way up, so you got to go with the momentum. I'm most likely going to play a reversal, but I'm going to wait for a breakout. So I'm not going to go with the momentum because it's just on its way up the whole time right now. And the market's been chopping back and forth. So I'm going to look at these 4120s. They're getting stupid cheap right now. So just going to wait it out. It's only $4 move. There we go. We're getting a push down now on how cheap these premiums are. It doesn't look the best. And let me just double check by checking these 4125 calls to see if there is any movement. Kinda. I guess that kind of moved a little bit. About 50 cents on this push. It looks large, but if you look at the x-axis over here, it's only 12 cents. So it's pretty brutal. There we go. There's a nice little push. About $80 move there. So these 4125s are only 300 a pop. I can't stress enough how good these Bollinger Bands are. If you don't trade the Bollinger Bands, I don't know what you're doing. The best trader I know, the best trader I've ever seen, trades the Bollinger Bands, and the amount of money that I've made off of them and he's made off of them, you just got to give them a try. In my opinion, you have to try it. Might have to go for a put here in the next like 20 cents. See if we can get these 4125s under 300. I don't think I'll buy 10. I might even just like scale into like 1 or 2 to see if we can make a couple $100. I'm not really looking for a big play right now. Tomorrow I'm going to deploy a ton of capital in Meta or NVIDIA, whichever one is going first. So we'll just dabble for now. We'll keep you entertained with some put contracts as this scales up. This is a pretty large move here, so pretty light volume, but we still have 2 minutes left. We'll see what happens here. I think that we could probably push up to this Bollinger Band, test this trend line, and then maybe reject it. So let's see what goes on. We're at these 4125s too, so I can't imagine that this just shoots right up. We'll have to wait and see. I wonder what these futures market is doing. Be pretty cool to get like get some puts over there. Or not puts, but short this. I'd like to see this push up to like 41. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 2 of these E-minis right now at 41.38 and 41.39.25. So if we can get a little bit of a pullback, that'd be pretty cool. I feel like right now we're gonna get some greenery, push this maybe to this 440. Actually, I should probably delete these. I'm gonna wait till this gets tired. I'm gonna wait for this volume to stop because this volume, larger than the last one, kind of scares me a little bit. It might start to squeeze up a little bit, so I'm gonna be patient. I am gonna look for an SPX put though over here. Futures are a little bit different, so I want to make sure that I'm all in on just one. So we're gonna go with the options play here. Near the end of the day, notice you can see down here these option contracts. Look at all this volume behind it. That means a ton of volume is happening right now in these 4125s. Kind of makes me think that people are purchasing them for the pullback near the end of the day. That's what it feels like to me. So I might go for 1 at 3.20. Just scale into 1 right now if it lets me in. That'd be pretty cool. Should let me in right here. I guess not. I feel like we actually have a little bit more room up, so I'm gonna. Okay, it filled me. Never mind. I was gonna push it down to 300 fill, but I'll do 320 fill. It's okay. I would say probably around this 88. I would add 1 more, and if I lose like $100 or 2, that's okay with me. Just because there's an opportunity for. Honestly, I don't really like this setup right now. I probably should have waited just a little bit longer. This is pretty bullish right here. This bullish engulfing is, I don't like that at all. Should have waited just a little bit longer. I would not follow this right now. I would not tail this. 411.78. Yeah, I don't like this. It's just kind of sitting here. So I feel like there's some more upside to come. If you're patient and you want to wait an hour, you could probably get these in the money since these are the 41.25 puts and we're literally right at 41.25. If this drops $5 and it goes in the money, I mean, these things would be worth 600 a piece. So about a $5 SPX drop would be about a 40-cent drop from here, but this is going to push up a little bit more. I can tell you that for certain. So I am going to lose a little bit of money on this first one. So I'm either going to have to average down or stop myself out. Kind of have like this nice little uptrend here. I'm not loving this trade, I won't lie to you guys. That's why there's only one of them. Kind of want to get more, but this bullish engulfing pattern is always so bullish. If they close at the top of one of these things, it's always almost going to go more. I got a little impatient. I was looking for this Bollinger Band test, but now it's starting to freak me out because it's leveling itself out. When it levels itself out, it could instantly start squeezing. So I would hate to see that. We don't want to see that. But as of right now, just in one, so it's not even a big deal. Now, if we start going for 10, that's when the issue starts to happen. It's crazy how fast, if you look at these Bollinger Bands, how much these things can just run up. Starting to catch some sellers here, but this is the uptrend. So if it bounces here, it might have to be the stop. Keep in mind it is the end of the day here, so I'm going to have to be careful. I'm going to try to get out of this and get a better fill because I feel like there's going to be some more green side to come here in a second. Just going to take the $10 profit real quick just because I think that there's going to be one more green candle, and I'd rather buy at the top of this Bollinger Band for a reversal than the way that it's consolidating to go back up. So I just sold for $10 there. It looks like it's starting to reverse though, which is kind of annoying. But I don't think it's going to pay anything just yet. I think we're going to have to wait for power hour, so. All right, up $30. Okay, so sold a little early. That's cool. It's below 41.25 now. It's definitely in the money. That's brutal. I might have to switch over to futures real quick. Catch this short, because if this is a short that I think is going to happen, it's going to be a nice one. The SPX is funny though. I don't really know how that move is only $30. I guess it's only 20 cents, but on days like this, it's really like impossible to trade the SPX. Just doesn't move. I mean, it's been within this dollar range for a couple hours now. All day, really, honestly. Yeah, all day. Hasn't really left the $1.75 range all day long, which is pretty sad to see. Lots of volume here coming in. So, well, lots of volume compared to what's been happening all day. So, even hopping out $10, I can't be that upset. I might go to futures just because Theta Decay is looking pretty ugly. Not sure how I feel about the call side right now. This is the 15-minute chart. Here's the 30-minute. This is all reflective of the SPY too, just so everybody knows. Starting to get pretty volatile. Power hour just started, so we're going to see a little bit of volume here. 315, the dark orders come light, so that is important to note too. Left for 2 hours to only stop. What are your settings for your Bollinger Bands? Oh, Bollinger Bands are just default. I'm new. Sean sent me over. Looking forward to some plays today if we can find any. Looking a little sideways. Jamie, it's looking real bad, man. So, um, not really looking. Not really seeing too much opportunities right now. Maybe the SPX could see some nice downside, but not loving the action. The contracts aren't really paying too well either. I really am kind of loving this put side, but it's kind of just sitting right at that Bollinger Band at the top of an uptrend. So I'd have to wait and see. These moves aren't going to be much anyway because the x-axis only has 20-cent increments. It's getting smaller and smaller. It used to be $1, and then it was 50, now it's 25, and now it's even 20 cents. So we're losing a lot of volume. We're losing a lot of volatility, which is pretty rough. What is the time frame better for the Bollinger Bands, the 5 and 15? Does it work on the 1 minute? I've never actually really traded much off the 1 minute. I can take a look and tell you if it's pretty easy to read. To me, no. This looks pretty brutal to me. Even though there is some key indicator reversals here on the 1 minute chart, I feel like there's just a lot of noise. I kind of keep it to the 5, 15, and 30. Sometimes the 1 hour as well is really good, but really mostly 5 and 15. 30 minutes pretty good to confirm, but I like the 5 and 15 mostly for the Bollinger Bands, and they are a default setting. Left for 2 hours only to see SPY at the same spot. Yeah. It's been like this for I don't know how long, man. AR trades, this is brutal. Brutal. So notice how these contracts are getting crushed too. This is why I've been liking futures a lot more because of these moves. So when it does move like this, let's see if we can get a little action here in the futures market. Let's see if we can get this push up. You notice how this Bollinger Band, this is still the Bollinger. Ah, oh, damn, I missed it. That would have been a nice little 50 in a mini. So that dollar move is $50 per mini. So it's ridiculous how much money you can make in futures if you're patient. Because down here from 32 to 39 is almost $500. So if you just held this, there's no theta decay. So it's just shares basically. And once it gets up to this level, this would have been about $450 per mini. So if you had 3 of those, minimal risk on the downside, set your stop loss at low of the day right here, could make a good amount of money. It's better to trade them around 8:30 to 9:30, from 9:30 to 10:30, and then kind of near the end of the day. So I'm looking for a nice little trade here, but I'm going to hop out of that because if it comes back down there, that shows me some weakness. So I missed that trade. Kind of looking like it's going to push up. So good thing we pushed out of that SPY put. If this goes green to red, I think that a lot of people know this, but green to red is the most bearish candle you can get, and red to green is one of the most bullish candles you can get. So those are the momentum candles. So this guy went from red to green, and then you can see the bullish momentum. And I don't really know what happened the rest of the day. I didn't really watch it too much, but very, very bullish momentum right here, and I missed that bottom play as everybody saw earlier. But we are up $10 on the live stream, so I can't even do that. I'm in New York City right now, so you can't even go outside and breathe for $10. What can we do, though? Made a little bit of money off of Facebook today, but nothing crazy. Still watching that as the main for those that just joined. This is the main play. I will be throwing a lot of money in this tomorrow, most likely, if I can see that 240.25 break for that 245 call mark. And then be looking for a nice return. I'll probably buy like 100 contracts, maybe 50. We'll see what happens, and scale out as we go up, and then set my stop loss very small for minimal risk. But probably going to risk about 15K on that trade to see if we can make about 100%. I think it's going to happen the way that they're priced. It's Wednesday. Wednesdays are the best trading days, in my opinion. And the fact that it hasn't hit that yet and everything else has, like Microsoft hit its high, NVIDIA hit its high, Amazon hit its most recent high here, and then Google as well. So there's only one thing that's left, and that would be Meta. So being patient, waiting for Google's been on a tear, and where's she at? There she is. This one looks beautiful to me. So nice little, it's like a cup here. It's like a little bull flag, so we can push real nicely. Bollinger Bands are expanding. Not yet at that 245, about $7 away, $6 away, and could be a banger. So I'm waiting, being patient. Tomorrow's the day, though. I'm gonna hit that right at the open. Yeah, I do, Jamie. I think that's a really good opportunity. So if I zoom in on this a little bit better, just for clarity, I don't think above 240 exactly. I think 240 like 25, 240 33 from this rejection level that it was at yesterday. And if I zoom in on the 1 hour, looking pretty bullish to me. Got rejected here, then we see all these lower wicks. So higher time frames are looking bullish. 30 minutes, same thing. Tried to sell off, got bought right back up, and then we can just keep going into the how close it's getting here. So we could reject this 240.26, but above that level, I'm all in for that 240 run. Obviously, it depends on volume and how big the body candles are and everything, but we'll be all active on that tomorrow. Was looking for it today too. It took a little bit of a position down here. Didn't make too much money because it didn't run, but still the big watch. Yeah, it's really kind of just rejecting this, huh? Looking weak to me. We're pushing down here. So these 41.25s are at 360. Damn, these just ran nicely too. Whoa, okay. So there is opportunities. You just have to scalp. You definitely need to put size behind. So if you wanted one of those and you only made $130 there, it's probably not gonna add up very much. You're gonna have to make 20 trades in a row to make $2,500. So we all know that's pretty unlikely. So got to put some size behind these things. Set your stop losses small and get out as fast as possible, especially in this market. So seen a nice little pop here, but rejection on the 15. I kind of like that. I don't really want to buy this at. I'm going to go 290 here. I'll set some limit orders at 290. We'll see what happens. We'll go 3 puts, 41.25 puts based off that rejection line. The thing is, I don't think it goes this low of the day mark. That's the worst part. And it's hard to tell where we're going to go on the daily chart because it just hasn't moved in the last. I mean, there's just no resistance point. It looks like another doji's in play. Terrible. This market is just so bad. I kind of feel bad for anybody that just started trading because this is not what the market does. I'm going to cancel these 3 orders. Not liking just the limit order there, especially when it's at 3. 215 was its low. A lot of things aren't playing out either. You know, like this breakout right here should have happened. You know, it broke that high, and it was looking like the Bollinger Band was expanding. I guess it didn't hit this low or this downtrend, but that reject is pretty large. So it's pretty crazy to see some of these moves lately. The market has definitely shifted in trend, so you got to be very, very careful. And I know people don't like to scalp because it's quick ins and outs, but you really kind of have to. And I want to sit here and say that holding is better and swing trading is better, but personally, I don't think so whatsoever. So if it's working out for you, then it's working out for you. But to me, this is a scalper's market. I got about 20 minutes left in me until I see any opportunities. If I miss them, then that's all right. But I would love to get a nice little afternoon trade here, maybe 5 contracts, see if we can make $1,000 or so. Very possible. Just has to be the perfect setup for me. Notice how we're catching buyers here, and it stops right away. That's a pretty bullish sign. Although this is a bearish engulfing pattern, and I think I've showed you this before, but when you see an uptrend like this and it breaks down, we most of the time test it again, retest it before the bigger breakdown. So could be a good opportunity for puts right here at this 330 level. It was just at 400, but there's a $115 drawdown. There's a 310, 315. I'm gonna wait for these to go under 300 here, see if we can potentially scalp some puts. Well, that's bullish. That push right there was bullish, so I'm gonna get rid of this line. We're right at this downtrend again. It's a little bit lower than it really is, so kind of got to wait for that to push. But as you can see, scalpers market, $215 to $400 a piece, went from 400 to 275. Now it looks a little bit more bullish to me. I kind of want to be careful because I feel like it's going to break out, but I am going to try to play just one contract here at 275 if it fills. Just filled me at 275. I'm most likely going to set my stop here pretty light at 230. I'm going to have to do it right now because it looks like it's going to go. Damn, unfortunate. So only lost 45 bucks. I guess it just took me out 50. But that bullish engulfing candle is crazy. I like to add, so that's my strategy lately is kind of test to see if it's going to go the way I want it to, and I like to add with the momentum because these reverse like crazy, so you have to basically keep your stop loss very, very tight at a very quick rate. But now that this is starting to push towards this high with this engulfing pattern, it might be a bullish segment. So I want people to understand this. I'm not going to trade this right now, but this is why the market has been shifting, and I've noticed this a lot because now that this bullish breakout with this volume is here, most of the time, and what the market has done in the past is it continues that breakout, but they all reject. It does the complete opposite of what it used to do a lot. So if this completely gets sold off down here below this 411.50, then the market has completely shifted into a complete different cycle. So, and as you can see here, it's starting to break down again, which is very, very interesting to me. Has anybody else seen like different shifts in the market, or is it just me? Because I noticed there's a lot that have been out there lately. Price action is shit. Yes, TiVo, I know. I'm all in with you, man. Look at that rejection. How is all that volume with the new high recently gonna push it back right down? There's no momentum plays anymore. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Let's see. 411.86 to 412. I'd be kind of stupid to buy back into this higher than I sold it for and higher than I bought it for. But I feel like the put side could be a nice little entry point here. Look at that. That is wild. Just a complete reject. I guess that my trend line was a little off, so maybe that was exactly where the point needed to be. But the fact that it engulfs this and then rejects with all that volume coming in is very wild to me. So, scalpers market. Like I said, keep your stops small. Can't trade this Bollinger Band either. I hate that market verifies one direction and does the complete opposite. It's been doing that for a long time. Either my eyes suck or it's super blurry. Maybe it's my stream. This isn't my setup, so if it's blurry, that's on me. I won't be back I won't be back in my place in Florida until next Tuesday. So I got 3 more days of streaming like this. So I apologize. But hopefully the live commentary is helping you out a little bit, at least a little bit. That is so brutal. These are now up 100 a contract from where I entered them, and I got stopped out because of that one spike up. Gross. Settings and go to highest quality. I think I have that. Settings, stream. Output. It looks like it's on the highest setting to me. Maybe it's all screwed up for me. Is it the bit rate that you guys are talking about? I don't know. This price action is ass. All right. I got about literally 5 more minutes in me. If I don't see any sort of volatility here, I'm calling it. It's been 15-cent moves, and the SPX, I'm not going to make any money. Back to futures. Anything going on over here? Not really. Oh, it's clear. Let's go, baby. So it might be you, man. Might be you. Take profit 74,820. So I'm down about 180 on this today. There wasn't much action. I tried to play a couple times, like in and outs, but wasn't really worth my time. Brutal price action. I just want to see one day where it's like moving $10 again. That's all I want. That's really all I want to see. Just one day. That's all I ask. Can't be that hard. There's a little bit of a push up here. Let's see if we can get these cheaper. Let's get them down to like 230 and then get a nice little sell off. Scalpers market. I mean, look at this SPX over here. This bottom right. This is all day. Right in here. This whole range. Just absolutely garbage. Not cool. Not cool at all. Hopefully you guys are catching something throughout the day. NVIDIA is getting its ass beat to it right now. This is going to be a good play tomorrow, I think, though. So if this has some strength tomorrow, we're going to see a nice little, hopefully maybe like a 293 open and then just a run to 300. At least that test would be huge. Tesla's going to have to simmer for a while before it has its next run, but Meta and NVIDIA, biggest watches for me tomorrow. Meta more so. But honestly, NVIDIA was so strong today, but I don't like the fact that it's getting sold off so heavy right now. So I think that Meta, the way it's been just holding up all day, might be my favorite play. So we'll see if it has some strength tomorrow, and we'll go with that. But as of right now, I don't see anything. If you're in the SPX, you could be scalping this and making decent money. 250 to 400 is pretty good. I was at the put side, got stopped out 40 bucks, 50 bucks on just one. See, at this point, I would be adding for the downside. That's only if I was already in and I could use those profits to try to get some more and then break even if not. But it looks pretty good. I'm not loving the momentum. $15 looks ugly. 30's ugly. There's just no formations. I'm not going to force any trades today, guys. I tried one. Didn't really work out too well. It's just too choppy. SPX will stop you out every time unless you catch the top or the bottom. So can't let it run, though. Can't just let it run. I had about 3 chances to catch it around this 240 range, but I missed all of them. So if you caught them, good job. Would not recommend trading any of this action. This is really kind of garbage, which is why you only see me playing with one contract at a time. But that's about all I got, guys. There's nothing out there. One day we're going to see the volatility again. Until then, it's going to be pretty brutal. But I feel like the debt ceiling is going to show us some volatility here coming pretty soon. So that's about all I got. I'm probably going to stick away from the trades, but NVIDIA and Meta is my number one watch tomorrow. So write it open, set those levels. The levels are above 240, 23. I'm going to probably scale into some calls for that run. And then NVIDIA maybe could see 300 tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. Don't miss out. Could be a really great opportunity. Maybe I'll even swing this. Doubt it. Won't swing weeklies ever. But NVIDIA, Meta, probably the best opportunities out there for you guys. So just pay attention to those tomorrow. Could be really quick day trades. All depends on the market, obviously, which has not been good to us. But one day it will be back. But until then, let me know if you need me. And as always, love you guys.